On October 22nd, 2013, this is Advanced Bridge Hands lesson number 13, day 4, part 2. Greeting bridge fans, Michael here at Bridge Hands, and welcome you to our continuing saga on 2/1 slam bidding. Or for those of you who don't play 2/1, we'll try to cover scenarios for you too. Now in our second section, we're going to take a look at our survey and see what our survey says. Yes, we have 15 different questions, and we thank you for your generous responses, as well as your editorial comments on thoughts for the different scenarios that we have presented here. So we'll take a look at your aggregate responses and see what those percentages are in the multiple guess, multiple choice responses, and we'll go ahead and give some of our editorial comments as well on some of the common methods that are played at the table. So okay, let's head for the survey and take it away. So in our first survey question, why not use Blackwood or Gerber? First off, you know the final contract. 12% of you chose that answer. Missing 2 or more controls in a suit. Not many responses there. Void or 1 or more in a suit. 20% of you picked that one. Good. Left-hand opponent, doubles showing honors in your suit you have Q-bid. Well, that would be something such as where the bidding goes on and let's say it's then 3 diamonds or maybe even 4 diamonds, and lefty makes a double ostensibly for lead directing, and you've got king jack and something, and if they've got ace queen, this is not going to be a happy day. That might be a time, but not many people selected that one. But fortunately, most people selected all of the above. Yes, all of those are valid reasons. We did have 8 respondents that put in some editorial comments, and most of them were supporting the ones that they selected. One, though, said, I would have chosen 3 of the 4, but that answer isn't allowed. Bad question. Well, perhaps so. I wonder which one they might not have selected. You know, the final contract would seem to be reasonable. If you're missing 2 controls in suit, seems like you certainly wouldn't want to do that unless your partner bid really strongly. Void in a suit, I think most of you say don't do a ace asking with void in a suit. It won't help you. Maybe that last one about the lefty doubling your suit, they maybe thought a Q bid was shortness and not some tennis values. King jack, something like that. Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at our question number 2. When to use a splinter bid? Well, that's a good question. How about 4 plus trump and 12 plus points? 66% chose that one. 4 plus trump and 9 to 12 points. 18%. 3 plus trump and 9 to 12 points. Not many there. And 3 plus trump and 9 to 12 points. Hardly any there, and none of the above, and very few responses there. Now these don't add up to 100 because some were no respondents where they selected some of the question answers and others they didn't. But we did have 17 responses on this one, and the responses say things such as, you need to clarify when you say 9 to 12, is that high card points or support points, including distribution? Some use 10 to 14 support, in uppercase, points. Others, we use 7 losing trick count. Well, that's an interesting thought also. And I guess the question meant is how many high card points, not counting the distribution points for the shortness and the extra trump. So sorry about that if that one was a little bit confusing, but the idea is that we use a fast denies approach. So when we have more points, we use the Jacobi 2 no trump. We bid slowly at the 2 no trump bid. Otherwise, if we have lesser points, the splinter situation where you have 4 trumps, that's when we use the splinter bid with that 9 to 12 high card points, or maybe game values including the shortness. Okay? All right, well, the next one then is, this asks, with a 1 spade opening bid and 4 club response, kind of sounds like a splinter, doesn't it? And holding, Ace, king, 5 times. King, doubleton and hearts, 3 babies and diamonds. Ace, queen, jack, and clubs. Do you bid for no trump? Few responses there. For spades, 67%. Okay. For hearts, 13%. 5 clubs, not anything bid there. Hardly anybody chose that one. Or something else, not much there either. For responses, and the responses came in with things such as, I suppose the point is, do you splinter with a singleton ace in the suit? Another was, no duplication, so I Q-bid the ace of diamonds, looking for a slam if partner bids for hearts. Okay, well, let's take a look at this one. Partner Q-bid clubs, and we have a lot of our controls in that suit, unfortunately, don't we? So, yeah, I don't think if they've got 9 to 12 high card points, it's going to get us there. Now, I know a lot of you probably just want to start counting losing trick count. Okay, let's do that. We got one loser here. We have the ace king, 1 in spades. We have 1 in diamonds, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, and including 3 in the diamonds, and 1. So 6 losers. Do you think your partner's going to have 5 cover cards with 9 to 12 points? Well, I don't think so, especially when we got the wastage in the club. That ace, queen, jack, if they've got a void, that's not so good. If they've got a singleton, I suppose you might get 2 tricks out of it if you're lucky, if the finesse is on. So I think that we probably would want to go with the majority, wouldn't we? 4 spades. Some of you may want to go for no trump and say, my gosh, where's my partner's points after all? Well, I suspect that it's probably one of those situations where you might make it some of the time, but if your partner doesn't have the queen, or if it's jack fourth against you, I know it's only 28% of the chance, but there could be some bad scenarios. So you're kind of gambling if you want to go to 4 no trump when you have a lot of wastage there. So I would encourage just signing off as hard as it might feel. Okay, so the next hand is same basic hand, isn't it? Looks like, yeah, identical hand, except we've got the suits flipped around. This time we have ace, queen, jack 3 times in the diamond suit, and once again it's 1 spade, 4 clubs. So this time 4 no trump, 34%. 4 spades, the survey says 12%. 4 hearts, no bid. 4 diamonds, 45% like this bid. Something else, very few chose that one. And there were 4 responses. The responses include, I suppose the point is, do you splinter with the ace in the suit? Well, okay, we've heard that one before. Another is no duplication, so I Q-bid the ace of diamonds looking for a slam if partner bids for H. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, okay, so here we go. This time our 4 club, so these 3 losers go away, at least 2 of them go away, and everything is working beautifully. So for those of you who wanted to go ahead and go to 4 no trump, yes, you do have controls in the other suits. I kind of favor that one, but if you want to be even more eloquent and like to describe your hand fully, then 4 diamonds is a very good bid. Just say, I have an ace, or a lot of people play with a king also, the Italian Q-bid system, ace or a king in the suit, and you want to start Q-bidding your aces or kings before just boldly going into 4 no trump. But I think either works fine in this auction, depends on your partnership style, and make sure your partner is in tune with your bidding. Okay, picking up on question number 5, when to use the Jacoby 2 no trump response. Would that be with 4 trump and 12 plus points? 76% of you said yes. 4 trump and 9 to 12 points, hardly any responses there, as well as 3 plus trump and 12 plus points. And how about 3 plus trump and 12 points plus shortage? Well, I couldn't pick any nibblers up there, by offering that one. But we did have 9% that said multiple of the above, so I would imagine they said 12 plus points and maybe thought that could be 3 or 4 trump. In fact, let's take a look at the responses. We had 9 responses. We use 7 losing trick count rather than 12 plus points and denies shortness. Okay, fine. I actually prefer 16 plus points as advocated by Max Hardy. Really? Well, he was the one that started with a 2/1 system. So I had to go take a look, and one of my old books dusted off. Still is in good shape. And sure enough, I did find something in there where it spoke about it. I think it was on page 67. And he advocates a kind of a complex system back in those days, which is where it was kind of a concealed shortness bid. And then it said, instead of using Jacoby 2 no trump with all hands that have game forcing, we suggest the complex, I guess it is complex, major raise structure, which has been presented here above to augment the use of the Jacoby 2 no trump. Responder tells about his hand when his maximum is a poor 15 points. But with a good 15 points or more, the responder takes charge with the Jacoby 2 no trump. Good for you. Although I will say is that when I met Max Hardy back in Washington, D.C. at a ACBL Bridge National Championship and a teachers conference, and I think it was about 1999, 2000, and he had his new book out there, the Standard Bridge, the Green Book, Bidding of the 21st Century, and in that he did kind of soften up a little bit and not have so many of these Hardy conventions. And page 156, with 4 card support for the major suit by the opener, values of an opening hand, 12 points or more, high card points, then indeed you can use the Jacoby 2 no trump. So yeah, in his latter years he did kind of soften up rather than having some of these really complex methods. And I will say along that line, and we'll speak about it a little bit later, the same is true for Marty Bergen. His first 2 books, one competitive contested auction, this one non-contested auctions, he had some fairly complex treatments about concealed splinters I may bring up in a moment myself. So at any rate, yeah, most all of us today would use 12 points or more with the 2 no trump, and some of the rebids after that do vary, as we shall see. So on that note, if it is 1 spade 2 no trump and we have ace king 5 times in spades, ace king 4 times in hearts, 2 babies in diamonds, and another 2 in clubs, what do you want to do now? Well, the survey says 49% of you say 4 spades, 3 no trump for 11%, 3 spades for 9%, 3 hearts for 23%. Boy, we picked up a lot of them on different bids there, didn't we? And a couple for something else. So among the responses, 7 responses. One says we play 3 clubs as a minimum, 3 diamonds as a maximum with 15 points or more, 3 hearts maximum with a singleton club, the other rounded suit, 3 spades with a maximum with the other pointed suit, diamonds, 3 no trump is a maximum with a singleton in the other major, any control and not just shortness. Well, let's take a look at this. First off, I think if you like the more modern method of saying slow shows, fast denies, then let's see how many losing trick count we have. 1 loser in spades, 1 loser in hearts is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we wouldn't be making the sign-off bid of 4 spades. Instead, we would be making the next step down, which would be 3 no trump. But only 11% of you played that, so you may not play the more modern way that I see with quite a few, which is the opposite. From highest bid is weakest, the slow shows, faster denies. So some of you would just as soon play 4 spades with that. Not sure I would agree. I think that even the Jacoby 2 no trump convention it would be where with about a 14, 15 point hand, you would bid 3 no trump with a fairly balanced hand. And a 5-4-2 is a semi-balanced hand. So there you go. Different strokes for different folks. Okay, how about question number 7? 1 spade, 2 no trump. We have ace king 5 times in spades. Ace queen jack 5 times in hearts. 2 babies and diamonds and a stiff club. So we have the choice of 4 spades. Not many respondents there. 4 hearts, 43% yes. 3 no trump, very few there. 3 spades, nothing there. 3 hearts, 16%, and 4 clubs, 14%, and another 14%, something else. And what do we have here? Question 7 is faulty. That hand would open 1 heart and not 1 spade with a possible 3 club rebid. Well, how about that? I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to anyway. So with equal length, we always start with the higher suit. Now, what if you had 5 babies and ace, king, queen, jack, 10? Kind of feels like a 6-card suit, I know, but lacking some kind of an oddity. I think we pretty much all would agree that with equal length, we start with the higher ranking suit. So with 5-5, sorry, we got to start with the spade suit first. Now then, yeah, you might want to rebid hearts till the cows come home, you know, quite a few times if you need to. Yeah, this would be after a Jacoby 2 no trump. I think we're clear on what we want to do here. We've got how many losers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But do we count losers? No. When we have a singleton, we count the singleton. Or if we have 2 of the top 3 honors, which we do here, thank you for having the jack also, thank you very much, we will bid for hearts rather than 3 clubs. So when we do have the goods, as we do in another suit, we go all the way to the 4, and that kind of may sound kind of counterintuitive because it takes away some of the bidding space, but in this auction, that is right. I would not recommend bidding hearts first, even with lesser values, and when your partner doesn't make a Jacoby 2 no trump bid with the same length in the suits, we bid the higher ranking suit first, okay? Okay, so the next one is 1 spade, 2 no trump, and we have a ace king 5 times in spades, queen 5 times in hearts this time, ace double 10 in diamonds, and a stiff small club. Well, that puts a little different wrinkle on it. 4 spades, 11%. 4 hearts, 9% is all. Good on ya. 3 no trump, hardly in response. 3 spades, not many there. 3 hearts, well, 12%. 3 clubs, 57%. And something else got hardly any responses. We didn't get many comments to come in on this question either, by the way. So what do we think about this? Well, yeah, we don't have 2 of the top 3 honors in hearts. So this time, regardless of our losing trick count hand, we show our shortness first, and we bid the club suit, 3 clubs, 57%. Very well done. I thought you guys all did a good job on that one. Okay, next hand. How about 1 spade, 2 no trump, with ace king 5 times in spades, and ace 4 times in hearts, a singleton diamond, and 3 small clubs. 4 spades, 11%. 3 no trump, hardly any. 3 spades, ditto. 3 hearts, 11%, and 3 diamonds, 67%. Something else, 6% on that one. With 4 responses, and let's take a look at those responses. Some would advocate for spade with a minimum hand, even with shortness, but the Jacoby 2 no trump bidder is in charge of the hand. An opener should merely answer the question correctly and not try to mastermind. Well, amen to you. Yes, I think that sounds right on, is that sometimes we don't feel we've got a very good hand here. 4, 7, 11, 13 seems like kind of a minimum. Losing trick count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, queen thirds do not count for anything. Queen 10, 2.5. but just queen third on side suit. Sorry, doesn't count for anything. So yeah, you don't like it, but when you do have a singleton, your first obligation, despite your loser, is to bid the shortness. So the shortness is, indeed, 67% of you agree that we show our short suit first. That is, of course, unless you've got that 2 of the top 3 honors and you have another 5-card suit, then that prevails over that. So I like that response. I thought that was a very good editorial comment, and it was definitely worth repeating there. So how about number 10? 1 spade, 2 no trump, ace king 5 times in spades, ace 4 times in hearts, queen doubleton in diamonds, don't like that, but better than jack doubleton, and 2 babies in clubs. 4 spades, 69%, 3 no trump, nope, 3 spades, 9%, and another 9% for 3 hearts, and 7% of you say something else. Not many comments came in that were appreciable, but what do you think? Let's take a look at the hand. Well, we don't have any shortness to bid here. Got doubletons. 1 loser, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With 7 losers, 7 or 8, bid for spades. Boy, that even made me want to sneeze there. I just kind of hate to sign off on that, but that would be the bid. Okay, excuse me for that. And how about then number 11? Okay, 1 spade, 2 no trump, and we have ace king 5 times in spades, queen doubleton in hearts, ace, queen jack in diamonds, and 2 small clubs. 4 no trump, 6%. 4 spades, 38%. 3 no trump, 8%. 3 spades, 18%. 3 diamonds, 6%. Something else, 7%. 11 responses. Boy, did this one get a lot of action in different things here. So, a 6 loser hand. Interest in slam. Interest rebidding by rebidding the 3 diamonds might be misconstrued to show a pattern. Use Rexford's style of cue bidding. I approve, he says, or she. The bid would be 4 diamonds, showing 2 of the top 3 spades, no club controls, no heart control. 2 top diamonds, excellent methods, but non-standard. Well, I would agree with that. That's quite a complex treatment. And if you and your partner have that, more power to you. Another person, I play this as a cue bid, promising 2 or more top trumps, bypassing 2 no trump. No club, ace, king, queen, bypassing 3 clubs, but 2 of the top 3 in diamonds or better. I also deny any possible jump meaning, like the exact same hand, but a stiff club and 3 hearts. Wow. So, yeah, this one got quite a bit of action, and in fact, quite a few different responses. So it's kind of all over the place, isn't it? So what do you think? Well, I think if nothing else, we would have to say is this one requires some comprehensive partnership agreements. I like, for better or worse, to play with my partners as slow shows, fast denies. And so how many losers? 1 in spades, 2 more in hearts is 3. 1 in diamonds, 4. 2 in clubs is 6. With 7, I'll sign off in 4 of the major. With 6 losers, I'll bid 3 no trump. And I think the original treatment would be something close to that, although we've got more points than that, don't we? How many points do we have in high card points? 7, 8, 9, and another 7. 16, one distribution 17. It feels pretty good, doesn't it? In fact, it's hard to conceive if our partner bid 2 no trump with 12 points or more, why we wouldn't want to maybe just bid 4 no trump. But if you like to play slow shows, fast denies, it's a real succinct way without making that leap of faith to bid 3 no trump and see what your partner wants to do. I would expect our partner with a Jacoby 2 no trump and 12 points or more to make some sort of a cue bid, probably in clubs, showing the ace or the king there. Okay? Tough one. Okay, next one. Number 12. 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 4 spades. Well, your partner showed game values. should have been at least 12 points or more. Might have included some distribution in the club suit. After we did 2 diamonds, they didn't cooperate by cubit anymore, though. We have ace king 5 times in spades, queen doubleton in hearts, ace queen jack fourth in diamonds. We've seen this one before, and 2 small clubs. Did anybody bid 6 spades? No, thank you. Good. 5 spades? No, appreciate that. 4 no trump? Well, got 22%. Wanted to nibble on that one, and passed 67%, which is where I would be. And how many responses we get on this one? 7. Pard uses fast arrival, so no slam interest. I have 4 fast losers in the rounded suits. Yes, you do. Check on keys to default to 5 spades as necessary. So this person wants to probe by bidding 4 no trump, apparently. Responder jump fast arrival after 2/1 limits his hand to 7 losing trick count. With my 6 loser hand, we should make 5. Well, I guess you could take responder cover cards if you have, well, let's count those losers though. See if we got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losers is what we come up with here. So with 6 losers, if your partner has 5 cover cards, 6 take away 5 leaves 1 is a small slam. Yes, but if your partner has gone to 4 spades and not showing any controls at all, what's going on here? Maybe you want to talk to your partner about their bidding style, but they've just taken away all that bidding oxygen out of the conversation. It would be like me saying, okay, to get to the house here, I want you to come up Main Street, turn up the hill, and make the same direction turn again, and you're come to my house at the end of the cul-de-sac. Well, that's kind of short, versus if I said, come up Main Street 1 mile to the 4th stop sign, turn left, go up to the top of the hill, at the next stop sign, turn left, I'm at the end of that cul-de-sac. Now that's more explicit, more directions. Going slow shows more. So when your partner makes this bid to 4 spades, I don't know, I kind of wonder if they should have really made a 2 club bid, but maybe they had king, queen, jack 7 times in clubs, and maybe not enough to make 12 points, except for their distribution. I don't know what's going on. So something to consider anyway. Partner should have 12 points, a pretty good 12-point hand when they make that 2/1 bid. I hope you agree. Okay, so the next hand, well, we've got 1 spade, 1 no trump, 2 X, 2 something, 3 no trump. What is the significance of that 3 no trump rebid versus doing it directly? Okay, well, lacking a fit, sign off to play. 77% of you like that answer. Lacking a fit, forcing with extras, 11% bid on that one. Lacking a fit, inviting slam, no bids there. And other, 7%. There were 10 responses here. Pretty good response count. 2x, unsure of what the bid means. 2x seems like a typo. Well, sorry about that. I guess the people who responded weren't sure what 2x meant. That was meant to say 2 of something else. So it could have been 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, not probably 2 spades. But it was just to say 2 in another suit. Sorry about that. I tried to conserve the space on the questionnaire for the survey. My bad there. So at any rate, I guess that hopefully most of you would say is that this is to play with 3 no trump. It's not a forcing bid, not meant to be anyway, unless you have some rather unusual methods. But the forcing no trump is normally 5 to 12-ish, might be 13 or 14 with a stiff queen or king or something like that. I don't know. But normally about to 12 points, just enough to get you barely to game. A few of you may play special methods where it's unlimited, and that is where you bid 2 of a suit when you have 5 cards in the suit, minors, and interest, obviously, some interest in slam. Otherwise, you just bid no trump. That's kind of a minority treatment. You don't see that in hardly any of the books that I've ever seen. So, okay, fine. Let's take a look at the next one, which is where you go directly to 3 no trump. That is where you have directly bid to 3 no trump. What would you do in that situation? Would it be lacking a fit? Sign off to play, 48% say that. Lacking a fit, and it's forcing, 6% picked up on that one. Not sure about that. Lacking a fit, inviting 6 no trump slam. We'll talk about why I like that one. And something else, 21% pick that one. Huh. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? So we have 21 responses. My goodness, this is a wealth of different things coming out on this one, isn't it? Showing a fit, a 4-3-3 with 13 to 15, or a weak hand, 5 trumps, but 2 of the top 3 controls. Well, that's a possibility, I suppose. 3 no trump response to 1 of major, shows balanced hand, 3-3-5-4 shape, and 13 to 15 to allow opener to place game. Yes, I have played with some people that play that range, 13 to 15 points. Another 13 to 15 balanced hand with exactly 3 trump. Okay, some like to play it that way. It must be where there are controls in the side suit. And for those of you that play match point bidding, like to make that approach. 15 to 17 with 2 or 3 spades. Several chose that one. We play that at showing 13 points and 3 card support. Another says concealed splinter, Bergen raise. Well, hold on a second. I had to kind of stop and think about that one myself. That would be the original Marty Bergen book. And in that one, no, he doesn't use the 3 no trump for that. That's more of balance. But he does have a concealed splinter, which was 3 in the other major. And I know a lot of you say, well, yeah, I play Bergen raises, which means you play the 3 club and the 3 diamond bid, or reverse Bergen, as they call that. You play it the other way around, where the stronger hand, the invitational with 4 trump, you bid 3 clubs, 3 diamonds is the other. 1 spade, 3 spades is weak, is the way it's played, less than 6 points, 4 or more trump, and so on. And a lot of people don't get into the concealed splinters or Swiss mixed raises at the 4 level. So, yeah, that would be kind of specialized, but I don't think 3 no trump shows that. It's more of a balanced hand. So, any rate, all that be said as it may, is that I see some players with Silver Life Masters over 1,000 master points that like to play it with about 16 points, maybe 16 to 17, and to have some interest in slam with a doubleton and partner suit, stoppers elsewhere to say, partner, 1 spade, 3 no trump. I have mild interest in slam. It's kind of like a quantitative slam bid. So if partner is more than a minimum, then yeah, they can go to 6 no trump. Or I suppose if they have a 6th in their major, they can go ahead and bid 6 of the major suit slam if they want to try that. Okay, but that's kind of a specialized auction, so if you don't play it, no problem there. So last, let's define slow shows, fast denies. 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, versus going to 4 spades. So slow shows, fast denies. 67% of you like that one. Good. 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. Does that deny extras rather than show extras? Only 12% thought about that treatment. And that is not the slow shows, fast denies. It's the opposite, by the way. 1 spade, we threw in a 1 no trump, forcing 1 no trump. 2 spades. Does that show extra? Well, it shows extra spades, but no, this would just be to play. So whenever you bid no trump, or you bid in a non-forcing auction, this is only forcing 1 round. Whenever you rebid your suit or partner suit or no trump at the cheapest level, that is not forcing, so it's not showing extras. And the last one, fast partner response shows slow response denies. A fast part, so if they bid fast, that shows extras? No, we're not allowed to show the timing of our bid. That was just kind of a joke that was just thrown in there for a little bit of levity for those of you who wanted to finish off with a little bit of fun with it. Well, so Bridge Thrill Seekers, whew, that was a lot we covered, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed those 15 questions and profited some by the responses we had here, as well as what some of your responses were, to kind of share those. And I thought it was illuminating to see where, for the most part, everybody kind of stuck with the common methods, but there were a couple where we had some different thoughts. And that isn't to say that one way has to be right, but if you have some different styles or see where different people had different thoughts, good time to talk to your partner about those, and make sure that you don't talk about just the simple stuff on the convention card. You know, when you sit down with a partner and you always start out, well, let's talk about what happens after one no trump, what's 3 clubs, one no trump, 3 diamonds, and that stuff. Whereas usually better to start at the back of the card, which is where, what do we play for our carding agreements, which happen half the time we're carding, right? Opening leads as well as our signaling. And then those things that come up a lot more often. Start with those first. And if you want to get to some of these more esoteric things, fine. Be aware that most people are playing slow shows, fast denies. And how much do you want to have that pervasive through your system versus some of these other treatments? The splinter bids, normally it's not as strong as the Jacoby 2 no trump. So they should not normally be overlapping. They should be where they're independently used. Jacoby 2 no trump slow shows with stronger. Splinter bids are something less than the number of high card points, 12, 13 points or more. Something less than that when you make a splinter bid and have 4 trump and shortness. 3 trump, I suppose, if your partner's done a rebid to show a 6 card suit, and then you belatedly splinter at that point in time. The exclusion Blackwood, we're not going to be seeing those in play today. Blackwood response with voids, an odd number or an even number, won't be seeing those today. We're going to be sticking mostly to Jacoby 2 no trump, splinter bids, and Q bids. So that's what's coming up next. I hope you enjoyed the show so far today, and it's time to head for the table and start bidding and playing these bridge hands at Bridge Hands. As always, thanks for coming, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye for now.